After watching today's video, you'll also be forced to use Ixia, because Ixia is a very powerful marksman. If you can use her skills at the right time and in the right way, she becomes deadly. But if you fail to use her properly, it won't take long before you get killed. So today we'll talk about Ixia, against which heroes you should use her, when you should pick her, what kind of teammates she works well with, and also about her passive, skill build, basically everything. And at the end, we'll also play a gameplay match. So let's start today's video. Passive. First, let's learn about her passive. Look, when I hit an enemy, a mark appears on their body. If I hit them again, another mark will appear. Then, with my third basic attack, I'll deal more damage than normal. Pay attention. My first attack dealt 143 damage. The second attack also dealt 143 damage. Now the enemy has 2 marks on their body. With my third attack, I dealt 272 damage. Not only that, whatever damage I deal with this attack, I'll recover the same amount of HP. Understand? Simply put, after 2 basic attacks, your third attack will give you extra damage and also heal you. And that's Ixia's passive, which means you don't really need to buy any special healing items with her. You'll automatically get this benefit every third attack. First skill. Through her first skill, Ixia deals physical damage to the enemy and slows them down by 40%. At the same time, her own movement speed increases by 40%. Second skill. Through her second skill, Ixia deals physical damage and pulls all enemies in range to the center, stunning them for 1 second. If the enemy is too close to Ixia, this skill will instead knock them back a little. Ultimate. With her ultimate, Ixia creates a large area. After that, if you click basic attack, she will deal damage to all enemies inside the area at once. But if you don't click basic attack, then it won't deal any damage. That's why you must keep clicking basic attack during her ultimate. Not only that, during this time, Ixia can also use her first skill and second skill. So make sure that when you activate your ultimate, your first and second skills are not on cooldown. However, there's one disadvantage of her ultimate. While casting it, Ixia cannot move. And that's why you need to be smart about when to pick her. When to pick Ixia. Since Ixia's passive activates on every third attack, that means you need to attack quickly. The faster you attack, the faster her passive activates. It's that simple. So, because the third attack always gives extra damage plus healing, you should always build attack speed items with Ixia. For Ixia, this is the build I personally use. You can also try it out yourself. Now, let's move on to a gameplay match. Look, in this match the biggest reason I picked Ixia was my team's tank. You guys know that Carmilla's ultimate covers a big area and stuns multiple enemies at once, which makes a perfect combo with Ixia. And the second reason is the enemy marksman. They picked Layla, who has very low escape ability, no dash skills at all. Normally, when I use my ultimate, I won't be able to move. So, against heroes who have a lot of dashes, they can easily dash into me or dash out of my ultimate. That's why in this case, picking Ixia was a good choice. Because against enemies without dashes, they can't escape my ultimate easily. So, do you understand now when to pick Ixia? You obviously need a good tank in your team, because if you pick Ixia with just a support, you won't have anyone to protect you in the front line. In that situation, when you stand still and use your ultimate, the enemy's assassin, or basically anyone, can just jump in and kill you. So it's clear now, Ixia works best with tanks, especially with Tigreal, Atlas, Carmilla, Balearic. These are her perfect combos. Another important thing to note, don't pick Ixia against enemy marksmen who can easily dash into you, or escape from your ultimate, especially Granger, Irithel, and Naten. Against them, Ixia won't really perform well.
Light 'em up! Take a dirt nap!
Look carefully. From the very beginning, I've been trying to put pressure on Layla, because early game, Layla simply can't win against me. I have my passive, which lets me heal, but Layla doesn't have any healing ability. If you notice the map, you'll see the enemy roamer, jungler, and mage are all rotating towards this side, so now I have to be a little careful.
Nothing like a good battle to field test my latest invention. Has been slain.
Since my HP has dropped quite low, naturally, Layla will try to all in on me. I'll just wait for my ultimate, because once it's ready, my attack range will increase a lot, and that will give me an advantage again. Now my ultimate is ready, so I need to wait for the perfect position, because if I use my ult without positioning, it's useless.
An enemy has been slain. The more they look down on me, the more motivated I get. I'm coming for ya.
Actually, this time I used my ultimate the wrong way. I should have waited until Layla got closer. Instead, I casted it while she was too far away, so my ult went to waste. But since I still have some HP left, I can dive in on Layla.
Enemy double kill. An enemy has been slain. Mega kill. Attack the turtle. An enemy has been
Just like I said, my flicker is ready, and I already mentioned Layla can't beat me in a 1v1, so if I jump on her, she won't be able to fight me. That's exactly what I do. Even though it was risky, sometimes you have to take those chances. But remember, you need to know whether you can actually win the fight or not, and this isn't something you can learn just by watching a video. For this, you need experience. The more you play the game, the more you'll understand the power levels of each hero. You'll be able to judge. The hero in front of me has this much power, I have this much power.
You have slain an enemy.
Here, with the help of my tank, I secured another kill, and that's huge for me. I told you already, if you manage to get a kill early game, it gives you an advantage throughout the entire match, because once you get ahead, it's really hard for enemies to catch up. But that doesn't mean you should get obsessed with chasing kills early game. If you get a kill, that's great, but don't die yourself, because if you die trying to secure a kill, the enemy will actually get ahead of you, and that's the last thing you want.
Even the brightest minds of Erudicio have to. Here comes the fireworks. Request backup. Initiate retreat. Unstoppable.
Look here, two enemies are trying to pressure me together, and in the early game, I'm not strong enough to take on two at once. That's why I'm standing safely inside my turret. A lot of players make the mistake of pushing forward in this situation, but when you're under pressure, it's completely fine to just farm minions under the tower. If you can clear them, do it. If not, that's fine too, just stay safe. And when your teammates come to help you, that's when you can turn the fight around.
Ult is not ready. An enemy has been slain. Killing spree. Monster kill. Destroyed a turret.
Notice something, this match has already gone on for 6 minutes, and my jungler still hasn't come to the gold lane even once. I don't know what the problem is, but this is definitely not the sign of a good jungler. At least once by now, he should have rotated to my lane, even though I didn't really need him this time. Imagine if things were different. Look at how often the enemies were trying to gank me. If my tank wasn't good, I would have been completely destroyed here. Honestly, when I play jungler, sometimes I also forget to rotate to the gold lane. That's one reason, just forgetting. And the second reason is when I feel like there's no need to go there. Like, if no gank is happening, and no enemies are rotating, I think it's fine if I don't go. Marksman versus Marksman. Let them fight each other, no problem. But of course, I always have to keep an eye on whether my Marksman is doing well or not.
Is a great source of inspiration. Here comes the fire. Team destroy the turret. Our turret has been destroyed. Mega kill. Oh, I'm bad. Godlike!
Because if my marksman keeps dying while fighting the enemy marksman, then my job as a jungler is to hunt down and weaken the enemy marksman, even if both marksmen are just fighting each other. If my marksman keeps dying, the enemy team keeps getting stronger. So, it becomes my responsibility to shut down their marksman and reduce his power. Maybe in this match, my hyper and mage saw that I didn't really need help, since just having the tank around was enough for me to survive. That's why they didn't rotate. But the reason I'm saying this is, this doesn't happen for everyone. Many times, players fall into trouble. You're getting ganked, but your teammates don't come to help. And in that moment, it's really frustrating.
Even the brightest minds of Ixia have to recognize my ingenuity.
Shut down!
Even the smallest speck of sand
Initiate
can become
retreat.
a sandstorm.
An ally has been slain.
Now you might say, bro, did you just waste your ultimate? Actually, it was an accident. I pressed the wrong button under pressure, so my ultimate got activated too early. Look here, with that little HP I had, I still managed to recover and kill 2 enemies, even though I was scared to dive in there.
Killing spree!
The enemy has
Launch
slain
attack! Legendary! Initiate retreat!
Stay down.
When Layla killed my mage, I noticed on the map that her HP was really low, and she was recalling near the tower.
Good guys never win.
That's why I went in and used my ultimate there, but by the time I got there, Layla had already moved away.
Mega kill! Initiate retreat! Launch attack! You destroyed a turret! Shut down! Unstoppable! Launch attack!
Here comes the fireworks.
Legendary! Double kill!
And stay down.
One more important thing, if you noticed carefully, the enemy Diggy was picked specifically to counter Carmilla's ultimate, because when Carmilla ults, if Diggy casts his ultimate, then CC won't work, and that's a huge problem for me, because the main reason I picked Ixia was to combo with Carmilla's ULT. So yeah, I faced some trouble because of that, but it's okay.
Ready. Don't worry, this ain't my first rodeo.
Initiate retreat!
The name's Ixia. Remember it.
An ally has...
For example, look here, Carmilla used a perfect ultimate, and my ULT covered the entire range as well, but because of Diggy's ULT, they all survived.
Legendary! An ally has been slain. Double kill!
Hey, not bad.
Legendary!
Oh, I'm back.
Initiate retreat! Shut down! Shut down!
Back in the saddle.
Your team destroyed a turret! Attack the Lord! An ally has been... Your team destroyed an enemy!
Instructions.
An enemy has been slain! Launch attack!
Look at the amount of damage Layla is dealing, bro, did you see that? If we give them just a little more chance, they can make an epic comeback. So at this point, I decided, forget chasing kills, I need to end the match. Since my tank had died, I had to play a bit safer, and my first target had to be Layla, so I looked for her position carefully, and then I went for her.
You have slain an enemy! And stay down. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain. Double kill.
It feels good to be bad.
Light 'em up! Mega kill! Launch attack!
The Lord was already marching towards our base, but I thought, let's see if I can finish the match instead. There were teammates who could handle the Lord anyway, and since my tank was still with me, all he had to do was land one good CC on Layla. That would be enough for me to take her down, and that's exactly what happened.
Our turret is under attack! An enemy attack! Double kill! Triple kill! Launch attack! Ally has been slain. Let's show 'em we mean business! Monster kill! An ally has been slain. Victory!
We won this match very easily. Honestly, without Carmilla, I don't think I would have been able to play this well. The enemy could have easily won. Our hyper didn't even play that well, so without the perfect combo with Carmilla, we might not have won this match at all. So, I hope you understand. Ixia is a strong hero, but you need to pick her wisely, because she does have a lot of counters.